Hello and welcome back to historic St. Peter's Church here in beautiful Rome, New York. The weather's getting a little colder and certainly autumn is upon us, but it's a great time of a year. The leaves are all starting to turn color and people from all over the country come to this part of upstate New York and up through the Adirondacks to enjoy nature's beauty. Today I'd like to talk to you about another type of beauty, and that's the beauty of God's love. God's love, which is shown through each one of us and in so many ways. As a diocese here in Syracuse, our bishop's appeal, as you know, is called the Hope Appeal, bringing hope to so many different people throughout our 7-county diocese. Last year's image for Hope Appeal was a lantern carrying the light of Christ into the lives of others. This year, the image for Hope Appeal is a quilt. And so we have two different quilts. We have a large section or patch quilt, and then we have one with smaller patches. And the whole idea of quilting, families years ago would get together, women would get together, each bringing their own patch that they had made, and together sewing this quilt at around the table or at a quilting party. And the quilt, of course, brings warmth to people at night when they put it on the bed. The quilt covers and protects them from the cold air. And so the quilt is our image this year. And what binds all of those patches together? Thread. And what is the thread that binds us together as brothers and sisters in faith? Our Lord Jesus Christ. He is the thread that binds us together, bringing salvation to all those who follow him. This year, our Hope Appeal goal is the same as last year, just a little over $67,000. And after 3 weeks, we've already reached 35%. So I'd like to thank those of you who are watching, who have donated to our Hope Appeal program. I'd like to thank those of you who are not from our parish, but do send in a donation for the 2023 Hope Appeal. I'd also like to thank all of you who are praying. We're ahead this year of where we were at this time last year. And so I know people are praying, and I know in the power of prayer and how much it works. For those of you who have not yet given to the Hope Appeal, I want to thank you for your consideration, for your contemplation, and for your prayer as you decide, either as an individual or as a family, what you can give to Hope Appeal. I myself haven't given yet either. I was supposed to give a donation from the last pay period, but I got hit with the price of 4 new tires and some new brakes. So my donation is going to come out of the next pay period. And oftentimes that's the way many of us find things. Things come up and plans change. Hope Appeal goes out through the end of December. Please sit down if you haven't donated already and find out, based on your income, based on your bills, based on your situation in life right now, what can you give? Whether you pledge it out over time, as I have to do, or whether you're in a situation where you can afford to give one lump sum. No matter how we give, all of us can give something. And it's all of us together, like the many patches of a quilt, bound by that thread, the love of Jesus Christ, that are able to bring warmth and comfort to those in need. The next thing I'd like to talk to you about is our window. The window that faces west gets a beating, as did the window that faces east. Now both windows are done. We used to call that the friendly window because it waved. Near the bottom of the window, the glass began to ripple and wave. So that's all been removed. I want to thank Bodie's Stain Window Studios for the work that they did, and for our own staff, Mark and Vito, for the work that they were able to do. And together that window has been fully restored. The next windows to do, and I'm not sure when we're going to get to them, are going to be our north and south windows. The north window is our St. Peter's window, our trademark window. And then the south window is what I call the visitation window. Why the visitation window? Because there are 3 stories in that window, all of which involve the Blessed Mother, but all of which in one way or another involve a visitation. There's the visitation, one of the mysteries of the Rosary, where Mary visits Elizabeth. Then in the middle, initially you'd think it was the Nativity, but it's not. The three kings are there, the three wise men. It's actually the Epiphany, when they visit and bring their gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And that was a visitation. Those representing the Gentiles, visiting the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords in the form of an infant, relying on his mother and father. The third panel, or third section of the window, is Jesus teaching in the temple, where Mary and Joseph have lost Jesus. They can't find him. They think he's with relatives. They go back into town. They look, and finally in the temple they see their young teenage Jesus speaking with the wise men and scholars of his time. And that's a visitation in two ways. Number one, Jesus was visiting the temple and the teachers, but they were also visiting with the Lord through him. And so I like to think of that as the visitation window, and that'll be the next window that we work on of the two. It's not as bad, neither one, as the east and west windows, but they still need attention. The last thing I'd like to talk to you about, if you were at Mass or if you watch Mass on TV, then during the announcements you've already heard. And if you haven't, then that's why I'm mentioning it now. And that has to do with cancer. Cancer touches so many people. There's all different types of cancer. For some, cancer is detected early, and they're able to take the treatments required and overcome. For others, sadly, cancer is detected far too late, and what little time they have has to be enjoyed. Each November, we have what's called No Shave November. You can Google, or whatever your search engine is, No Shave November. It's built or designed to provide cancer awareness, number one, the importance of being tested, what resources are out there to help families who have lost somebody from cancer, or to help cancer patients themselves. And it also focuses on research, the American Cancer Society. And so No Shave November is to bring that awareness into the forefront. Here at St. Peter's, we've decided as a family to make a donation to the American Cancer Society of Utica and Rome. What we've decided to do, for those who wish to participate, and if you'd like to from home you can as well, think of something that won't be shaven this coming November. Don't start now until the 1st of November. Maybe it's sideburns. Maybe it's a goatee or a full beard. Or ladies, maybe you can let your legs go au naturel. Whatever it is, at the end of the month, the last weekend of November, take the money that you've saved by not grooming. Perhaps if you've given up getting your hair cut, as it seems I have, $15 a haircut, 2 times a month, there's a $30 donation to the American Cancer Society. I'm going to let my beard grow. It won't grow much. I've never had good luck with that. But the money I save in shaving soap and in razor blades, I will put in as my donation. And so No Shave November, to raise awareness of cancer, cancer research, counseling, and services that can be provided. If you'd like to participate, please feel free to do so. And at the end of the month, if you come to Mass, we'll have a basket that says American Cancer Society, No Shave November. You can put your money saved in that. If you want to participate from home because you don't live in the area, or maybe you're not able to get out as you once were, you can send your check to St. Peter's Church and then just put down in the memo, No Shave November, and that money will all go to the bank, and we'll write one check as one family to the American Cancer Society. Advent is coming up pretty soon. Let's enjoy the autumn. Let's continue to pray for one another as we walk together as brothers and sisters in faith, and we'll talk to you later in Advent. God bless.